Hola Buenas! Today we are going to be making a Spanish breakfast. Now, technically, the first dish we're going to be making is a Spanish breakfast, but it's super basic. So what I've decided to do is to do this in two parts. We've got two different dishes basically. So the first one is called pan con tomate. Very simple. It's bread with tomato. It's a little bit more interesting than that, so I'm going to explain as we go along, but that's the first dish. And normally that would be had in the morning and you'd have it with a coffee, for example. And then our second dish is a tortilla de patatas. In England, we call this a Spanish omelette, but it's not really an omelette. It has potato in it, as I say, so it's a little bit different. Everyone's familiar with the Spanish omelette, let's be honest. It's something you would typically have as tapas, but you can also have it for breakfast, lunch, and even dinner. What we're going to be doing is a very traditional one, just a very basic one with onion. However, you can add different ingredients in. So for example, I've had one with oxtail, I've had another with manchego cheese, and there's so many other different varieties you can have, even caramelized onion, that's amazing as well. Now I'm going to be honest with you, when I normally have this dish, it's when I'm out and about. I don't really cook it at home, so I've actually never cooked this before. So this is going to be interesting for me because I've never done it. It could go horribly wrong, but it's fine. We'll figure it out as we go along. So the first thing we want to do is go through the ingredients. So I'm going to do that now. Here we have some bread buns. Nothing special about these, just small loaves, and they still need to be cooked. So actually you can't see it right now, but to the right of this camera, right here to your left, is the air fryer, and I'm going to air fry these because it's going to be so much easier than putting it in the oven, waiting for the oven to heat up. So that's the first thing we need. We also have the garlic cloves. I don't know if you can see that. We've got two here. I'm going to use both of those. We've got some fresh tomatoes as well, two of those there. And finally, for the pan con tomate, we have some extra virgin olive oil, as it says here, aceite de oliva virgen extra. Exciting. We will also be using that olive oil for the tortilla de patatas. But what else are we going to be using? Well, I'm not just using any salt. Here we have sal marina en escamas, which is basically salt flakes. Why salt flakes? I don't know. They look quite nice. I have like 3 or 4 different types of salt, and this is the one I've chosen to go with for today. So there we go. We've also got some eggs. This box actually only has 1 egg in it, but that's fine. And the reason why is because I have more here. We also have a potato and an onion, so we're good to go. Without any further ado, let's get started. Empecemos. Can I just mention as well, before we get started with all of this, the reason why this video is being created is because the previous video I did, I don't know if you noticed, but the quality of the camera wasn't that good and the sound quality wasn't that good. And the reason why was because I was using a shotgun microphone. We have a proper setup now, which I'm going to show you now, but my point is, I really didn't think that video was going to do that well. I was going to scrap the idea altogether. My idea was to think, you know what, actually, no one wants to see this. No one cares about seeing someone make an English breakfast. Well, in reality, for some reason, you guys love that. And actually, when I was editing it, I really enjoyed the process. So I'm glad I put it out there. And then I received a comment from someone who basically said, how about you do a part 2? So of course, I'm going to need both my hands. I have my little Rode speaker here, which is attached to the camera. Okay, so I'm hoping this is sufficient that you guys can hear me and we can get on with the cooking. So as always, these videos are quite chaotic because I don't really have anything planned. I just have the kind of list in front of me. But I think the best way for us to begin this is to go for the tortilla de patatas first. And the reason why I say that is because I think the pan con tomate is very easy to make and it will be able to put it together very quickly. And we can also like overlap it, right? So while one is cooking, we can do the other one. Or I hope that was how it's going to work out. But we'll see as we go along. So this is behind the scenes quickly. You can see here's the camera. I'm hoping it doesn't overheat like the last time. And I hope that the sound quality is a lot better as well because of the microphone. But yeah, this is what we're dealing with. Here are our ingredients. We are using limited space and everything is clean for today so we can get started. So the instructions say to heat a generous amount of olive oil. I don't know what a generous amount is, but what we'll do, something like that, maybe? Yeah, that's generous, isn't it? Yeah. We have our chopping board here. The instructions actually assume that you've prepped everything. So in the instructions, it literally says, add the thinly sliced potatoes and onions to the skillet. So we've actually got the pan on the heat right now. While that oil is heating up, we're gonna get this potato cut up and the onion as well. So let's do this. I'd call that thinly sliced. No? Looks pretty good. So the potatoes are prepped. We're now gonna do the onion. This is where I start crying Honestly, I'm terrible with onions. My eyes always water every time I cut them. If anyone has any tips and tricks for preventing watering eyes, please let me know. See, this is the thing. I don't really want this onion too finely cut. And the reason why is I actually want the crispiness of the onion still. So I hope I can have that. All of this I'm just kind of working out as I go along, okay? So far, so good. Now, let's get all of those into the pan. To make sure that the oil is hot enough yep, I can feel it. Yep, it's hot. Let's do this. This is gonna go, I guess. Yeah. So I must admit, I've never used this camera for long periods of time. Two things I am concerned about is one, if it overheats, and two is that the battery goes. This was on 100% when I started. We're only right at the beginning of this video, really, and we're on 66%. God, should really invest in like one that plugs into the wall. But usually I do my videos, you know, out and about, and I've got a separate camera for that, so yeah. So moving on now, as those are cooking, cook gently, stirring occasionally for 10 to 15 minutes. Cool. Beat the eggs. Okay, so let's get a large bowl. We have our large bowl here. This is what we're going to be using. Now the ingredients say we need 6 eggs. I'm not doing 6 eggs. There's only one of me, so I'm going to do 3 eggs. That should be sufficient. Egg number 1, egg number 2, and egg number 3. So I didn't show this at the beginning, but this is just a mix of pepper, like different types of peppers. Okay, I hate to admit it, but maybe I do need to put some more egg in. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add 2 more eggs. So we have 3 eggs in already, so I'm going to put 2 more. We're going to have 5 eggs in total. I'm hoping that will be sufficient. Let's see. Now we're just going to sit and let this cook. I'm going to add this in a little bit, but we can get on with our pan con tomate. The thing that's going to take the longest is this bread, which I'm just going to check periodically. Again, by the way, I don't really know how long it needs to take because it says that you can toast it, but we're not going to toast that. What we're going to do is we're going to put it in the air fryer. It'll be fine. No, we'll figure it out. It's cool.
This is going to feed me all day, right? Like this is breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Oh my God, 52%. God, it's like a race. Okay, so we're officially on 50% battery. It feels like a race by this point, but it's fine, it's fine. We've got this. First thing to do, let's get our bread in. You thought I was gonna wait for it to preheat. Nah, chucking those straight in. Now that that bread is in, what we are going to do is prepare the tomatoes. What I'm going to do is chop them very finely, make them as small as possible, and then we'll just put them together and go from there. Ow. So when I get takeaways, which is not that often, I get these little tubs and I keep them. And the reason why is because they're good for storage, but also when I'm putting a mix together, this is the perfect thing to use. So we're using that. Okay. Oh, and by the way, I don't like removing the skins, just a personal preference. The way I like to cut them is I cut off the top and bottom, so it looks like this. And then I'm gonna slice it along in slices, and then I'll flip it over this way and I'll go like that, and then I'll flip it over this way and I'll go like that. And then you've got basically little cubes. Do you know what? I got 2 tomatoes out, but I think 1 might be enough, for me at least. So I think I'm just gonna leave it at 1. That one can go back in the fridge. Do you know what? You can't see this, but it's actually so hot in this room. Completely forgot these were cooking, but you can see they're not burnt, but they're very cooked. And actually they're a lot softer now. So what I'm gonna do is get this egg in. And I think I might turn the heat down a little bit. It's on a 6. We'll go down to maybe a 5. There we go. Now, I don't know if you remember the story I told you from last time, but I put 12 eggs in a pan. If you don't remember, go back and watch that video. Anyway, my concern with this is that it's gonna get burnt on the bottom and then still be raw on the top. So even though I've turned it down to 5, maybe, just to err on the side of caution, we should turn it down a little bit more. So I'm gonna do that now. Now the idea is that I'm gonna let it cook for a little bit, and I think what I need to do is get another pan, put the other pan on top, and then flip it like this, and then continue to let it cook. Let's have a look. It looks weird. Ow. I'm gonna leave that for a minute. I don't wanna put it back in there because I think that it's cooked enough. So, more importantly now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't particularly like the instructions they have here for the garlic. They say to cut the garlic and then to rub it on the bread. I'd rather have it in there. It's garlic, it's beautiful. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finally chop it and then add it to our tomatoes. Plan. That's ready to go. For some people that might be still too big, but I don't care. I like the taste of garlic. I'm gonna flip it now. Unfortunately, I can't get that on camera, but I'll show you once it's done. I hope it doesn't go wrong. So I'm not gonna demonstrate it here, but I have my tortilla de patatas in this pan, and in this one, I'm gonna put it over. Not here though, I'm not doing it here. I'm gonna do it over the sink. Good plan. So I wanted to demonstrate the damage. It's not too bad. So it was in this one. I flipped it over into this one. You can see it's a little bit overcooked, but you know, for a first attempt, not too bad. Got a little bit of egg on the side there, but let's get this back on the heat because it does need to cook on the other side still. Yeah, it's going all right. It's going okay. Considering my first attempt. Does it look amazing? No. Gordon Ramsay's never gonna see this, let's be fair. But if he does, he won't be impressed. Okay, so I think that's cooked. Look, I tried to show you before, but it was too hot, so when I picked it up, I burnt my hands. But it looks okay to me. So, do you know what? This is kind of crazy, but that is it. Cut these open, and then we're gonna take a spoon and spoon the tomato and garlic onto the top, and then you drizzle the olive oil and you put a little bit of salt on it, and that's it. So in reality, that is the fastest meal you could potentially make. I really like olive oil, and so I have different types depending on what kind of food I'm making. If I'm cooking, then I tend to use this one, which is the one you've already seen. But I also have this one. This is olive oil with chilies, basically. It's so good, honestly. It's absolutely amazing. But you need to remember that this is a breakfast meal, so I'm not gonna have something spicy with it necessarily. I love spicy food, but not really in the morning. It's kind of weird for me. So the third olive oil I have here is a one that's infused with basil. And in Spanish, they say albahaca. So this is the one we're gonna use today. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I just flipped over the tortilla de patatas and it's stuck to the bottom. So maybe I should have put oil in the pan before putting it on top. It still looks delicious, so that's fine. But I think it's gonna be a bit of a mess on the plate, but it's fine. I don't know if this one can be considered a fail or not. So when you make pan con tomate, it's important to get the order correct. So you have your bread. On top of the bread, you put your tomato. Then you sprinkle some salt, and finally, you end with the oil. So that's the order you typically put them on. And this is the final result. Now I've only done one for the time being, and the reason why is the moment you put the tomatoes on, it starts to soak into the bread. And so what you want to do is put the tomato on and then start eating it. What you don't want to do is leave it there because then the bread starts to go soggy. It's a bit like when you have cereals. If you have cereals and put them with milk, you'll notice that of course after 10-15 minutes, the cereal will start to go soggy and it just ruins the flavors and the taste that you want and the texture you're looking for, right? Same with this. So the moment you put the tomato on, the moment you put your salt on, the moment you put your olive oil on, just eat it and then move on to the next slice, okay? So I have 4 here, it's actually enough for me. We're also in a bit of a rush because it says that the camera is starting to overheat. It has been on this entire time while I've been cooking and such, and we are on 17% battery, so we're playing this very fine. Yeah, it's been a bit of a challenge, I suppose, but it's fine, okay. So I know that I'm gonna be judged for this, okay? But I still want to demonstrate my first attempt at making tortilla de patatas. And so yes, the presentation isn't that good, but the most important part is the taste. So that's what I'm gonna tell you about. Let's start with the tortilla de patatas. You know what? That's actually really good. The presentation's terrible, but the flavors are very nice. Now, pan con tomate. Oh my God. That is unbelievable. I'm a little bit biased and I prefer pan con tomate, but both of them are really good. Maybe I could work on my presentation skills. So I'd just like to say thank you so much for watching this week's video. Let me know what you think about my dish. Try it out for yourself. Try to make it a little bit more presentable than mine. Let me know what you think when you taste it. Leave a comment and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.